There are many tips and tricks inside Lightroom to improve your photos. In fact, I share tips and tricks almost every single day on this channel. But some of them are quite photo specific, meaning one effect might work really well on one photo, but the same effect might not look great on another. Whereas today's trick works well on every single photo. And I'm gonna start right now. Now this trick I call photo contrast, but some photographers might call it side lighting, and other photographers might simply call it dodging and burning. And it's a really useful way to add in contrast to your photo. Now there are many ways to add in contrast. You've got the contrast slider, you've got the tone curve. You can even add in contrast using certain color grading tools like calibration. You can also use point color. But actually, if you use masks, you can take back control over how that contrast is applied. You see, most contrast-based sliders inside Lightroom use a pixel-based contrast method. So what it does is it simply increases contrast to the pixels next to it, basically adding in contrast to your photo. But that sometimes can make your photo look quite HDR and makes it look fairly unrealistic in most cases, especially if you go to the extremes. So how can we add in even more contrast while still making the photo look realistic? Well, adding in photo contrast is a really good way to do that. And again, we can apply this to basically every single photo because all photos, even black and white ones, will have bright points and dark points. So this is the photo that I'm going to be using in today's example. It's a photo that I've taken in Bryce Canyon National Park. So let's go ahead and add in this photo contrast. And for this, all we're going to be using is two main masks. One mask is going to be our brighten mask and the other mask is going to be our darken mask. But we can go a lot more complicated and I'll discuss that at the end of this video. So let's go over to my masking. Now you can see I've already made a mask. This is a sky mask. It just slightly changed the color of the sky. I thought it was a little bit magenta. So for this to work, what we're going to do is go ahead and create a new mask, and you could choose any mask of your choice. But personally, I'd recommend choosing either linear gradient or radial gradient. I'm going to choose linear gradient in this example. And you want to look at your photo, work out where the highlights are, where the shadows are, and we're going to be applying a highlight and shadow mask accordingly. Now the shadows are predominantly falling on the left-hand side of this photo. So I'm going to go ahead and simply apply a gradient mask like so, affecting most of the shadow parts of our image. And this is a really good example. Then all we're going to be doing is simply going to my exposure here and simply bringing that down. I might bring it down by basically one entire stop. Now you can go a little bit further by contrast, highlights, shadows, and whites and blacks, but to be honest with you, a simple exposure change works on most photos. Then all you need to do is basically the opposite. So we've burned the image, aka darkened a section. We now need to brighten a section. So for this, again, create new mask. This time I'm gonna go ahead and select linear gradient, and then again, look at your image, work out where the highlights are, and again, I'm gonna go ahead and select the right-hand side of this photo, or the top right-hand side, basically the sky, and go for something like so. So I might increase this a little bit further. Okay, and then all we need to do is simply brighten it. So I'm gonna go to my exposure here, and I'm going to increase the brightness by basically one entire stop. Now another trick you can use, especially for the highlights, is we can create a slight soften effect, create a bit more of an autumn glow, which is really nice. Now to do that, we're going to go down to my effects panel, texture, clarity, and dehaze. I'm going to drop these numbers down by -20. So -20 for clarity and -20 for dehaze. That will soften those highlights, and it works really well, especially for landscape photos. But you do have to have the right method or the right photo for this to work. So you don't have to do that every single time. All you'll need to do in most cases is simply brighten your exposure. And again, you can also affect your contrast, highlights, and shadows if your photo needs it. But of course, that's just the basics. So what I can do is show you the before and after. So here is the before and here is the after. And that has worked really well, adding in, again, that photo contrast without using the contrast slider or the tone curve, because again, that's a pixel-based method where this uses the entire photo to add in contrast. But we can go further if you want to. So for example, if you really want to dodge and burn this photo, you could select all the highlights around the edge of these rocks here, as well as the shadows, bring up the brightness and bring down the shadows as well, creating basically two masks. You should use the brush mask and kind of combine that with other masks like a luminosity mask or even a color mask. Now, if you would like me to go in more detail with this photo, make sure to subscribe to this channel and write it down in the comments that you'd like that video, because I'm happy to make a video about dodging and burning, especially when it comes to landscape and portrait photos. But for a super simple tutorial, simply create 2 masks, 1 light, 1 darken, apply it to your photo, and you can end up with an awesome photo like this. What I can do is show you the before and the after, and I love this photo contrast method. And again, it works, or should work, on every single photo. But does it work on yours? Write it down in the comments below. Thank you to all of my YouTube members that are currently supporting the channel. If you guys want to support the channel and get some awesome perks, including free Lightroom presets, make sure to go ahead to the link in the description. I've been James for Photo Fever, and I'll catch you guys on Thursday.